If the pizza doesn't flop, then I don't want it. Combine water, sugar, and yeast to make a yeast water mixture. Then in a separate bowl, combine flour, salt, and some olive oil. Mix it all together, make a little well, and then pour in the yeast water mixture and slowly start to combine. You can use your hands or a stand mixer. The dough will be sticky, so try not to use too much flour. Once you can poke your dough and it bounces back, it's ready. Divide it into 2 big pizzas or 4 small pizzas. Roll it back into a ball and then place each ball into an oiled bowl. Cover and let this rise on the counter for at least an hour, and then you can store this in the fridge for up to 3 days. Take it out, dust it in some flour on both sides. Go around the edges to form a crust, and then let the pizza dough roll over your knuckles to help stretch it out. Reinforce the pizza crust and then go ahead and top it off with a little bit of tomato sauce. Add some fresh mozzarella, a couple dollops of basil paste, and some pecorino romano. Shimmy it into a baking dish with some cornmeal underneath the dough. Bake it on the highest setting for 6 to 8 minutes. Let it cool on a wire rack, garnish with basil, and it's ready to enjoy.
If you love puffy pizza, this is for you. Add 2 cups of flour into a bowl. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, it'll look like this, and whisk. Next, add 1/4 teaspoon of active dry yeast and whisk again. Add 1 cup of water and mix. Let's knead this for 2 or 3 minutes until it forms one large mass. Remove and clean the bowl. Drizzle on some olive oil and knead for 1 minute. Cover and let rest for 24 hours at room temperature. Remove and divide equally. Next, we're going to make our dough balls. Flour up those hands and lightly fold the dough in half. Press and turn, just like this. Be sure to pinch that seam, put the seam side down, and cover. Rest for 4 hours until pizza time. Enjoy.
I have received a ton of comments asking how I make my daily pizza, so here it is. All we need is 00 flour, water, salt, and yeast. We dissolve the water in the salt and slowly add flour to make a loose batter. Next, we add the yeast and the rest of the flour. Once combined, we're going to knead the dough for about 15 minutes until smooth. Now we let it rest for another 15 minutes and then fold it into a nice ball. We're going to cover it up and leave it to sit out for about 14 hours. After those 14 hours, we're going to portion out the dough into 8 250-gram dough balls. Now you can leave these doughs covered in the fridge for about 2 to 5 days or use them immediately. That's what we're going to do. I stretch out one of the dough balls into a 12-inch round, add some San Marzano tomato sauce, add a little bit of freshly grated Parmesan, mozzarella, basil, and pepperoni. Now we're ready to toss it in the oven for about 90 seconds at 750 degrees. And here is the final result. We have a crispy exterior of the crust while the inside is soft and fluffy. Enjoy!